Another episode of Starseed Activations. Welcome, welcome. So, tonight I just want to introduce myself. My name is Danielle Lipton. I'm a channeler of the Star People, and I'm an author of the book My Ascension Guide. Wonderful. I accidentally hit the live button, but we're going to just tune into TikTok too and start them. Sorry, guys, just bear with me one second. Okay, beautiful. They are signed up. So we do have some questions that came in. Let's see, because we are going to take the first question. I have my good friend here with me who's going to be reading the questions off today for us. What's the first question?
The first question is, can you talk about having an experience? The example is when, say, someone is lying to you,
Okay.
and now you find yourself lying to them.
Okay, so we had an experience, let's just say as a generalized experience, where an individual had another person come into their energy field, and that first person was a liar. And so what happens is now the second person all of a sudden sees themselves tuning in to lies when they don't normally lie in general. And so this can actually happen because of the attachments that are latched into their energetic grid structures. Now, these attachments can push experientials into your field, which then change or modify your current reality. We are going to stop really quickly, and we are just ever so gently going to do an Om and a thank you, dear Star People, for channeling with us. So if everyone can take a nice deep breath in. And one more deep breath in. Recalibration complete. And now we just wish to say thank you, dear Star People, for channeling with us tonight. Thank you so incredibly much for bringing us this knowledge and assisting us in our evolutionary processes. Now we wish to start tonight off by discussing the field of attachments. An attachment is an energetic being that latches onto you and introduces your energy field with an emotion code or an experiential frequency. There are many different types of attachments. Some attachments will allow for an experience to come into your awareness which would not have otherwise been perceived. Many times when individuals engage with lower frequency material, such as substances or alcoholic beverages, we may see attachments readily available in their field. These attachments can introduce select emotion codes that are of a dark nature. Some attachments may completely take over your subconscious as well as the ego-based mind. This looks like a blackout, and in many cases, some individuals, their consciousness may even completely leave their physical form in order to allow for a type of energetic bonding between these beings and the physical body itself. This then allows for that energetic being to take full control of that individual simulation. Now, the higher self and the soul is always going to be the witness in types of experiences like this. One more deep breath in. We are now recalibrating the energetic grid structures of all individuals watching this video. Allow for a bright white light to fully surround your biological forms, allowing it to open and expand your heart chakra systems. We are now recalibration complete. there is a blue light fully surrounding each one of your throat chakras that is now ever so gently adapting into the color green, allowing you to feel unconditional love directly from the source frequency itself. Beautiful, dear ones. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Do you have any questions? Okay.
So, shadow work
Shadow work.
and how to identify your shadow.
Okay.
So once you identify your shadow,
Yes.
how would you go about doing the shadow work?
So when we speak on shadow work and identification of your actual shadow is going to be looking into your memory grid complex and seeing any memories that make you feel uncomfortable. Any memories that make you feel jaundice, get off and go home. Any memories that may make you feel uncomfortable or may bring a lower frequency into your biological form will always have attachments present. So we just go in and we clear the attachments like that. Get off and go home. The next step would be to rub your hands together, to clap 3 times, and to I love and bless my body. Allowing for a white light from the source frequency to fully embody your energy grids and allowing all of the attachment doors to fully close. When these doors are closed, the attachments can no longer latch onto your energetic systems. When you start to identify your shadow work or your shadow, that is diving into anything painful in your memory grid. When each painful experience comes into your conscious awareness, it is going to allow you for an opportunity to recalibrate that emotional frequency. So if you've ever fallen down and gotten hurt, then you summon that memory, you sit with that pain, you allow that emotion to wash over your body, and then thank it. So when we come to a place of neutrality, it shall allow for that emotion code to be recalibrated back into love and light. This will only happen once you have made peace with any and all experiences that you have walked. It is of extreme value to each and every one of you to go into the memories, go into any emotions that are trapped in your physical form, and release any tension, any tightness. The process of releasing these trapped emotions may also be done using a magnet. The magnet has a north and south polarity to it, and different muscle testings may start to show which direction the magnet is facing. We always wish to use the south side of the magnet first, for the south side of the magnet clears the energetic grid or meridian line in order to allow the north side of the magnet to push new energies into that subsystem. Beautiful. Attachments may also be location based. Many individuals know this as a haunted house. You may feel a darkness when walking into the house. There are certain types of sigils that will protect an individual from an attachment range or type to fully latch on to their grids. Each and every one of you has the potential to design your own sigil itself. A sigil is a type of art or image which allows for you to take your consciousness and cast or project an emotion code into such a symbol. When you cast an emotion code into the symbol, whatever frequency that magnetism is of that symbol is going to then resonate onto your physical body as well as in your energy field. This symbol, many individuals may have already used. They may use them with angels. And so you may notice a St. Michael pendant. And having the knowledge that that pendant is going to then protect you from any darkness allows that pendant to become a form of a sigil. And you are also able to take any plant and fully encode the frequency of that plant to allow for this type of expression to manifest as well. When that plant or essential oil is ingested, it shall allow your biological form a grace period of 3 days to fully be protected against whatever darkness you are casting against. Attachments may also latch on to an individual area of your body. A person may experience, let's say, breaking an arm, and then 10 years later, they may do it again. That is an experiential attachment that is located in their arm. When you have either a rash or any physical damage to your body, that is always the higher self calling for more love and blessings to that area. By placing conscious focus and attention to the area may look like putting a healing ointment with many love and blessings 3 times a day. When you do it to your feet, you may use a lotion. The more focus and attention to each part of your biological form you can place shall allow the frequency of that location code of your body to raise in frequency. This then is going to allow a manifestation of rapid healing to occur. You may start to see the reflections in the outside reality by doing this with plants. You may see a leaf broken on one of your favorite indoor plants, and you may place conscious focus and attention on it and watch the leaf rapidly heal. This also works with physical items, such as your car, your house. Everything that you see on the outside of your body is simply a reflection of the energy that is flowing from inside of you. This energy is in its most pure state, and then it must reflect through your biological form, allowing this energy to take on the expressions of any density, any darkness, as well as any attachments that are located in your star field. Your soul frequency radiates out into the surrounding worlds in a circular pattern. Then it reflects back into your body and it forms a sacred geometric snowflake, which gives the perception of the physical reality. Beautiful, dear ones. And are there any questions? Yes. Okay. You take a moment. That happens a lot. And everyone's like,
Maybe we're going to talk about inner child work. What's the difference between inner child work and shadow work?
Okay. What is the difference between inner child work and shadow work? So we have an aspect of your shadow work, and that is when you dive into your memory grid complex and you pull at the emotion codes directly, or you pull at the memory. Your inner child is a fractalized piece of soul form that is attached into your personality grid complex. Your memory grid is comprised of both electrical magnetism, and it sits inside of your heart, as well as the personality grid complex is also located inside of your heart chakra. These two systems work hand in hand, and they resemble a 64-bit cube structure. The inner child is an aspect of your personality that is directly tied into the memory that you have experienced. So when you do the shadow work, you release any trapped emotions that may come into your awareness. then summoning that inner child is always going to be the next step. For when you think about that younger version of yourself, and it doesn't matter if it was yesterday, that's okay too. Summon that younger version of yourself that walked through that traumatic experience. And just imagine and visualize wrapping your arms around him or her and telling him or her, you are safe now. It is okay, dear one. It is okay to let these emotions go. I am here now and I will protect you. Everything is going to be okay. When we start to talk to our inner child in a methodology like this, it then allows for that inner child or that fractalized consciousness of yourself to release the trapped emotion that is causing your distortion in the now moment. So we just ever so gently allow that younger version of yourself to release any emotions, any darkness, any pain. But then we also may thank that inner child for healing us. Having a conversation with the inner child where the inner child tells you, you're beautiful. You are amazing. I'm so proud that I am going to grow up to be you one day, even if I went through all this hardship. The inner child can access your heart chakra system and your soul frequency, which is at an octave 11 higher. This form of two-way resonance allows the younger child inside of you to fine-tune your biological systems and also allow for spontaneous healings to manifest. This is because your soul's frequency is pure when a child comes into this world. Tuning into that frequency of that inner child is key, for she or he may remind you how it felt to be curious, to be happy, to be excited to be in this world, to look forward to seeing new things, to be curious. Activating that inner child is key, for it shall allow access into the 5D frequency range. You must fully activate the younger child and heal all of the shadows in order to fully access and embody the full potential of your rainbow body of light. 5D frequency may also be held with a type of physical body. The rainbow body of light is at a much higher density level. It vibrates very rapidly. It is very close to the source frequency, but it is pure love and light. It reflects all of the color spectrum, including the colors that humanity cannot visibly see yet. And that's okay too. When the individual starts to tune in to your personality grid complex, it is going to allow you to dive into the many different fractalized natures of your consciousness slipstream. This is going to allow you access into also maybe a teenage version of you. Maybe there's an insecure version of you. You can start summoning each version of yourself that you wish to consciously clear. This is all done through meditation. However, we do recommend a form of meditation where you are also able to write down notes as you go through. Diving in deep and allowing you to explore who you truly are is going to allow you access into the many different layers of your consciousness. The process of manifestation is a process of visualization of an item or an experience that you wish to perceive. When you allow and you visualize this healing that is being done to your body, you shall also start a process of manifestation, which shall then allow you to change onto a timeline in which that manifestation comes into your physical reality. This is going to allow you to not only manifest pure health, an extended lifespan, well up past the 1,000-year mark, dear ones. But it is also going to grant access into the genome systems. Your junk DNA, which it is known as you're on your planet, is how you control the extrasensory ability ranges. When you dive into your genome, it is going to allow you to turn on or turn off select genes that then allow access into the sub-control systems of your holographic simulation. Things of this nature as to telekinesis, teleportation, spontaneous regeneration of your biological form, as well as magnetism gifts, knowing or changing the weather. You all may do that right now. You may see some of your elders on your planet start to say, "Oh, I have pain. It must mean rain is on the way." And that is because your earth balances magnetism. Your emotions are strictly magnetic in their nature. Yet your biological form also has a chi energetic systems. That chi energetic systems is electrical in its nature. You must be able to utilize your emotions in order to cast your electrical subsystems. When you place focus and attention on any item, it shall either increase or decrease the frequency of that item depending on the emotion you are holding. Any physical items may also be energetically cast. Now, what this means is you may take, let's say, a crystal, and you may hold it ever so gently in your hands, and you may say to yourself, "I love and bless you, crystal." You may hold an open heart chakra, and you may then allow for a love-based emotion to wash over the crystal. You may program the crystals with different programs, depending on how many sides the crystal has. But there is also a two-way form of communication between that crystal and your consciousness. When you are making that two-way communication, you are accessing an energetic cord because you are only touching a tiny, tiny piece of Mother Earth's crystallized caverns. Each crystal on your planetary body contains an electromagnetic consciousness field that surrounds your planet. And that field then allows for you to tune into all knowledge of that entire crystallized species. Some crystals will allow you access into time-space abilities. And yes, we do call this one a time stone. It is a fourth dimensional quasi-crystal. Certain types of crystals may also be programmed for intergalactic space communications. When we speak of crystals, it is also possible for you to identify that inside of your wristwatches, many times, is a piece of quartz. That quartz, when pressed under an electromagnetism or piezoelectric effect, it generates a spark, which then generates electricity to flow through the quartz unlimitedly. Crystals may, in turn, be used to power your entire cities in time. Wearing a crystal around your neck is always a blessing, for the crystal is also able to give you good advice. You must utilize your intuition to gain access into that advice. But you are also able to ever so gently and humbly thank the crystal for storing any and all of your memories, so that you are able to access them later on through meditation. Your memories are electrical magnetism in their nature. They are an emotion and a thought. The crystals will hold your entire range of your consciousness, as well as the entire range for all of Mother Earth, allowing the individual who is fine-tuned to that crystalline core access into Mother Earth's memory grid complex. Mother Earth's memory is from the time she was first birthed. All memory of all consciousness, including animals that are long gone yet not forgotten, their consciousness slipstreams are still stored inside of Mother Earth. It is not the consciousness slipstream. It is more of the memory grid of that particular species. We just wish to clarify that. Beautiful, dear ones. Okay. Yes. How was that?
Excellent. Very good.
Excellent. Anybody have a question?
On Facebook, but it doesn't mean there's like, I don't know what it is.
Okay. What is it?
I don't know.
I think that's my closed captions. Anybody have a question? Do you have a question? What are we talking about next, guys? Let me see. Okay, they said super. Hello, Melissa. Love and light. Welcome, Scott. What's the next question on your list? That was around?
I gave you all mine, yes.
Oh, okay. So let's just see what star people have.
There
Let's
you
see.
go.
Okay. Thank you, star people, for channeling with us tonight. And we are very grateful and humble for this experience. And thank you from my heart to yours for assisting all the people watching. Thank you. And her name is Teresa. That is the Arcturian female we are channeling tonight. And we do wish to step forward and say many love and blessings to all of you. This will conclude our channeling session for tonight, but we wish to thank you ever so humbly for tuning in after the Bonaire retreat. So I'm hosting a retreat in Bonaire. We're leaving tomorrow and we will be back, I believe, the week of the 15th. So that would be amazing if everyone tunes in. We'll start our regular schedule then. Tonight, I feel like that was a lot of information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was good. Excellent. Thank you guys so much for watching. Namaste. We are doing the Shadow Work Zoom tonight. I personally will not be hosting it. Evelyn is actually going to host it so that we have time to rest before our travels in the morning. Excellent. So thank you guys so incredibly much, and you have a wonderful night. And many, many love and blessings, dear ones.